I can cast a... No, I can cast a little bit. It just means that I'm into the action a little slower. I don't think it went terrible. Thank you.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team
Alright,
ban.
thank you.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Oracle.
Dire team pick.
Soul Warlord.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Razor.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Clockwork!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Treant Protector.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Weaver!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Send.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Morphling.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Anti-mage.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
I want to die. Shocking.
I'm sure they do have it in the bag, or rather that they have it in them to get a 2-0. But I am more excited about the way this game 2 will happen, because I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of fighting, and I'm not sure who's going to come out on top, but I'm excited to find out together with Trent.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. Big fan of the Sand King. I don't know. I like seeing this hero. I miss him. You know, maybe he was a little overtuned for a while. Felt like we kind of had Sand King like every game once this whole caustic kept getting buffed and buffed. But DM is the only guy I've seen it play it lately. I've seen it sneak through in a couple drafts in China, like getting banned every once in a while, and I'm just like, is anyone playing this hero? But we'll see how the laning stage goes. Unfortunately, Sea Governor mentioned Anti-Mage, not a hero you really like to see as a Sand King. You tend to rely on your mana quite a bit.
The battle begins.
Yes, but that does rely also on, or rather, an Anti-Mage relies on having a decent laning stage. Do you feel like they're having the power to shut him down? Maybe not with the Sand King per se, but I'm gonna imagine that, well, that there's gonna be some help in the form of a Phoenix, at least at first, and perhaps also a rotating tree at some point.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't at least like start the tree a little bit down here, because sometimes you can like force them to start like cutting trees and freaking out a little bit, and then you just like TP away. But for now, he'll just instantly go up top, see if he can get some early harass perhaps onto one of these two. Not the best looking tree game, I would say.
No. And he's definitely gonna have a different type of impact as Ein had on the Witch Doctor previous game. I'm also curious how VP Prodigy is gonna deal with their long cooldowns that they have, because previous game we mentioned one of the benefits from the draft that they had then was that everything was short, or relatively everything was short cooldown. And now they have to work around these big ones.
Yeah, long cooldowns have not looked great in a lot of the games this patch for obvious reasons, because the games tend to be going very quickly. So it just means you have to be a little bit cautious about like tempering your aggression. You can still play aggressive, just make sure that you're either smoking with your ultimates, but also like kind of playing a little bit defensive and passive until they've arrived. You don't want to be like farming in those like super dangerous areas or something. I'm a little surprised by the mid lane that we mentioned about like the possibility of the AM mid, and then they still went for the troll. This was something that used to happen quite a bit, just because like troll can play the lane and it's fine, but he's still not a hero that you really want like starting behind. I don't think he's an easy hero to play in that like active tempo setter role that you kind of need with an AM.
We have again the harassment battle. Where are you expecting first blood? Because I don't think it's gonna be in that middle lane. I think both FN and Airgon should be kind of okay. But I can't really...
I feel like it'll probably be Ein. He's going to die
You're
on
not
tree.
even saying a lane. You're saying this tree is going to die.
Yeah, it's because you're playing tree versus clockwork. And like tree, the whole idea is you're trying to be oppressive and a bully and abuse your punch. But if you just get cogs and battered, you might just die. Because this Weaver, like some lanes it's okay versus clockwork, because like maybe it's just you and the clock. But this Weaver's going to be able to hit you the entire time too. And they might even have bugs by then.
Yes. It does look like we got a little bit of activity on the bottom lane. A lot of harassment done to the Oracle, but yeah, the cogs are definitely annoying for Ein. No bug chasing him down. He is popping himself. He'll be fine for the moment. Yeah, he's okay. And Afterlife actually took a lot of damage for that. He only has tangos.
Yeah, that was costly. The way he ended that Shikuchi was in a vulnerable position, because he didn't try and just say like, okay, that was a ton of damage, I'm happy with that. Instead, he traded out like 60% of his HP for one more punch on the Ein, trying to get the kill.
Yeah, that's a nod worth. And it does feel like Ein, rather than punching a Weaver or Clock, he's focusing all his attention on denying. And that is hurting that Weaver a little bit on that top lane in terms of last hits. He's sitting on 9 for 1.
How did he get like 80% of this clarity? It's still running. He's just been sitting here with this clarity going the entire time. It's not really something you get to benefit a lot from as a melee support like this, but that was kind of huge.
Very
like Tree
nice,
can at least hide, right, and use them, but
yes.
like, and you can see the clock doesn't have any access to that.
In the meantime, again, harassment on that bottom lane, but not really kill potential with all those escapes from all of them. In the meantime, FN also still fighting against Airgon, and I think we have a similar situation as from previous game. Nobody should die unless mistakes are made.
Yeah, same time, they also just dove up top trying to get the kill again, and everyone's just dropping low between the two Team Spirit heroes. So far, looking very good for VP Prodigy up top, that's for sure. I don't really see a lot of success happening right now for this
Do you have
clockwork lane.
One of the teams that you feel like should win the laning stage for their lineup and their plan to be successful to begin with?
I feel like it should be VP Prodigy's probably going to win the laning stage. Just like, I don't really like the mid matchup that much. I don't like the top matchup for Spirit, and I don't really like the bottom. Like the bottom matchup's like okay, but I don't think Anti-Mage Oracle is like the way to abuse the fact that you have the AM, you know? Phoenix has been nerfed a lot in terms of like the laning stage power, but it's still a very frustrating hero to play against.
Yeah, we have got all the three people at the top of the last hits, and the Knights all being on the side of VP Prodigy. Anti-Mage is fourth, and he is struggling. He might be getting some extra juicy gold from perhaps from kills, though.
Yeah, he blinked that courier kill.
Yeah, he's the one that has to run. He's dead! Yeah. He's literally the first blood right there, because he got greedy thinking he could get a kill, or at least more damage on the save. That was an interesting play.
I think it was just coming back because he killed the courier. I think that was about 15 seconds, because he blinked forward to kill the courier, and then he just kind of got stuck.
Well, and stuck was, well, causing him his life this time round. But he's back on the lane. Oh, he actually blinked aggressively towards the M here as well, just burning away all his mana. He does have Misha backing him up, though.
Has to be a little bit careful, though, because there's a soul ring on the Sand King now, so this isn't safe, as you can see.
This is, if he dies again, he just teleported back to the lane. He will burn out! Oi! And now Immersion teleports in. Oh, the tips! Oh, this is unfortunate. And actually, Weaver is left alone now as well.
Alright, I want a VP Prodigy jersey. These guys are my favorite. They just like draft these kill lanes, kill the carry, then just start tipping them. This is actually like Pub Dota.
It's a Phoenix Sand King lane, you know? It's not your typical let's kill Anti-Mage lane. This was literally Antimage blinking in aggressively.
Yeah, you're
with the
not
level
wrong.
1 blink. And now he's blinking his way back to the lane. This is very unfortunate for Team Spirit indeed.
Yeah, but why is he blinking aggressively? Because he got tipped last game.
Radiant.
Oh,
Right.
this is the
carryover.
mind games. Tilt them. Tilt them and they will
Immersion's
die.
game was kind of ruined. I mean, he just like TP'd out of top and just came bottom. And he's like, well, I kind of had at least some chance of doing something versus the Treant, but now I can't do anything bot, so now I'm going to run mid. And well, I can't really do anything here besides feed a level 7 Razor, so I better be careful.
Yeah, but Razor is actually diving onto Aragon. That might cost him his life. He does have a Fairy Fire for Aragon. And that Fairy Fire actually, for now, keeps his life. Well, we were watching a fight on the bottom lane. It does look like we are going to have fights all across the lanes. Misha will die. We have got the Oracle and Clockwork Immersion dying in the middle lane. And Afterlife, he went for FN because FN was diving so far.
I mean, I told him. All he can do is feed a level 7 Razor. I warned him. He still just went in and fed the level 7 Razor.
They did. But Aragon lived. And that was a close one.
It was. That was nice Fairy Fire usage for sure. And, geez, if he had got Afterlife too, that would have been a complete disaster. But FN will take his victory and run away. Anyone going to come mid for this sweet XP, though? A whole wave? Oh, Anti-Mage is being forced out by a level 5 Phoenix, by the way.
Dire's middle tower.
This is, I mean, at this point, okay, what is a way back for an Anti-Mage into the game? It's like he's struggling so hard. He does have a ring of health, so, you know, he can continue generally staying in the jungle for a little bit longer. But look at those creeps. They're actually doing way too much. He can't even jungle.
Radiant structures.
He's just walking back. This is very sad. I think any Anti-Mage player watching this is, you know, you can feel his pain physically because everybody's been in a game like this, but this is unfortunate for sure. How is Team Spirit gonna recover? Because at this point, that's what they need to do.
Yeah, run at the other lanes. That's pretty much your play, right? You try and like force plays elsewhere on the map and release the pressure around your Anti-Mage. Try and force them to make rotations to you, or at least see if you can equally shut down their carry player. Obviously, that's not the case because the kid's 55 and 31 right now.
Maybe they're going to do something to FN here, but FN is planning on turning around here. Does take a lot of damage, though, and have Immersion coming from the side as well. This might be his end. He's getting healed up a little bit still from the Purifying Flames, and he lives, and Immersion is the one to die. He got healed up so much. The Tree and Protector armor, of course, helping him out as well. He is fine. Antimate died again on that bottom lane, and Aragon is farming creeps in the jungle because he can't lane anymore either. This is going from bad to worse for Team Spirit.
This is a much worse start than the previous game.
Yeah.
Finding a path in this one is going to be so tough.
Oh,
I'm really not sure.
He does have an ult available, but he won't even
out of mana.
or want to use it. He'll just die. Immersion getting the cogs there with FN, trying to do what he can, but he'll also die. And now Misha is the last one surviving. Actually, old Afterlife teleporting in. Looking for a kill and save, but save is teleporting out just in time there. Well, Misha still, of course, died to FN on the side there. 0-9, 5k gold difference. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark, and I know last game we were talking about outposts and how important that is and all that. I guess even more important when you're behind. It does not look like Team Spirit is able to get any experience from the outposts here, so they will be even further behind.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Run at other lanes. Okay, so they can not run at FN. They just tried that. There were 3 people there.
Oh, they were so close, though.
They were.
Like, he should have died, you know? It's like they made the right play. They just kind of botched it ever so slightly. FN also made, like, the right maneuver, too, right? He kind of, like, predicted, I think, the clockwork movement and everything and dove to the side, so you have to give him some credit along with the slight flub from Spirit, but this just gets so much worse as the level starts stacking up. Now the AM again, pressured. Has the blink, though.
Yeah. I mean, he's also saved. There was an Oracle close by, but again interrupted in his farm. And is still struggling.
And look, he TP's bottom, and the Morph can just use the outpost. Now he's coming down here, too.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, that's an AM that I, like, a level 5 epileptic kid. He's ready for some action. Yeah, I think, no, he had vision of the Treant. So he saw the Treant coming in. He didn't see the Morphling. Treant was actually is now on his way middle, just like everybody else. Does look
The level
like we were
6
gonna have a
Treant
party.
versus the level 5 AM, just to reiterate. Is this one of those Orb of Venom AMs that position 4?
Well, nobody told me that at the Rat Show. I'm sure he's not. He did sign up for that, but he's heading that way. I mean, this is at least okay. Bright sides for Team Spirit. VP Prodigy is not the best at pushing down towers. Correct?
I mean, well, 7,000 gold in 11.5 minutes will kind of
other
some
than
of that.
other than the how did they have their own immersion? Yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
How do they stop this? How do they stop VP Prodigy from just basically running at them and going high ground whenever they want? At this point, it's like they don't have anything. Well, what's their kill
No,
potential? Previous
that's
game
the
we had,
answer.
you know, the Reaper Scythe and the Laguna Blade. What's their kill tag team duo? We do have an Oracle. Oh, actually, that's not an Oracle. We got a Sand King and a Phoenix on the hunt, but they
Well,
never mind.
remember last game we had like the Lina and the Necropos, and the discussion was kind of like, all right, well, you know, can you see a Lina like mopping up a whole fight or a Necropos mopping a whole fight? Like those heroes can't really do that, but those heroes do have spells that, despite how much gold you have, you know, they're very useful for trying to get kills in situations like this. This time they have the mop-up heroes. They have Weaver, Troll, and AM, like heavy sustained damage when you have a lot of items and you're ahead in the game. But unfortunately, the counterbalance of these heroes is they are awful with no items. So
I was gonna say, you know, put it mildly. No.
It's just,
They're just awful.
Radiant's
Yeah.
courier has been killed.
it's a rough one. I mean, at this point, you're hoping you don't get swept, I feel like.
Oh.
Okay, the egg. That was aggressive. It might work, though.
Yes, it did. It forced him into FN's hands, and he just gets the kill on them. Okay, you know.
Tower is under attack.
Where's the tips? No tips left. There you go. No tips left that time around.
Guess they're a little classy with their tips, you know. It's feel a little harsh to start tipping when it's 11-0.
Yeah, you don't want to kick
Although
the dog when
I'm
it's
sure
down.
DM will the next time he gets a kill.
When Team Spirit gets the first kill of the game, then maybe then.
Yeah, they'll tip
If
their
he's ever
ally,
gonna
probably.
get a Oh yeah.
Flame the feeder. Oh, is this it? Immersion. The hook shot on the dewarding tree. We found it, guys.
They get him. Yep. Oh, that's, you know, juicy gold there. Immersion gets it. You don't get, I mean, he didn't even have a spree or anything like that, but that's just, you know, an extra nugget of gold because the rest of your jungle and your lanes is all farmed by the anti-mage, so gold is very hard to come by for supports at the moment.
How was that support there? There's nothing able to like kill wards anymore.
Yeah. Misha, yeah, just use false promise on himself. FN will just take him on a leash, take him for a walk, and watch him die.
Your ashes will
Support for support.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah.
Keep on farming, guys. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Go!
I mean, at this point, for Team Spirit, the only hope for them is to try to delay the game, right? Make this game as long as possible so they have a chance to catch up. Correct?
Yes, but that also has to happen in combination with like some ridiculous feeds. They need to be like cutting creep waves completely, and they need Morphling to waveform in at like 600 HP and die. That would be a key element to their victory.
I like Afterlife's positioning though. He's in the courier hunt.
Yeah. Someone needs to be just cutting waves like this.
Radiant structure.
Yeah, that's Afterlife's job.
Kind of like the KP ABBA, where he just like kept running at buildings and creep waves. That's kind of what he has to do this game.
I remember that one. In the meantime, Aragon and FN is just surrounded by 3, but he doesn't care. He's actually just going for Aragon. Aragon does have an ultimate available, might be forced to use it if he's not careful. In the meantime, the other side, there's another fight going on with people chasing Immersion. Aragon will indeed pop his battle trance. FN is just thinking about running away. There's no damage on Aragon, actually. He doesn't have to be worried about that. That is a double kill for FN. Immersion did live. He was able to hookshot himself out of the situation, but he's still gonna be in a bit of trouble if he sticks around there because, well, Afterlife will be in trouble first. He's fine.
God.
He can
FN is just like invincible. Is he going Halberd next? He has a Sange queued up, I think. Or he did. Yeah, he's sending a Sange. I think he just goes Halberd with his Yules and what can they possibly do?
But look at
Dire's
Afterlife.
turret
At least
has been
he's getting the
killed.
couriers. Useful. Useful Weaver. Useful bug.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah,
is
he
under
might be. He might know there's one in there, and he's waiting for his bugs too.
Maybe he's gonna get the double damage rune as well. And he is going straight axe, by the way. Weaver, that is.
I guess there's only so much farm, so he's hoping to get right-click items on both his AM and his trolls. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of the Axe Weaver lately. It's obviously pretty good in the offlane role. The only downside I would say in a game like this is that you need like a hyper carry to use it on, and that was one of your hyper carries. So,
happy ethereal blade there. That was very sad. I shouldn't smile at that.
they got a kill though, right? I mean, at least we have that. It's still 15-1.
That's
There have been
true.
sweeps in Dota before, so
It could have
they
been
actually
worse.
just called it. Wow.
Oh shoot!
I
Oh
don't
what?
blame them. That's fine.
I don't blame them either, but normally, you know, I mean, assert dominance. That is what happened this game, like, massively.
Yeah, man, that was, I think these guys, as far as I can tell in ticketed matches, they've actually only lost to VP, so...